So I'm having a chat with Felipe of Rain City Drive. How are you?
I'm great, Jim. How are you?
Not too bad. You're here at Slam Dunk. How's your day been so far?
It's been amazing, man. This is our first time playing this festival. I hope it's not the last.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to see a little bit of the starting line today, one of my all-time favorite bands.
Yeah.
I got to see Hit the Lights. It's been a really good day.
Nice. And same again tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We're running it back.
Yeah, nice. And once you finish here this weekend, what's the plan next?
So we go home for a little bit. We're releasing a new song in about, I don't know when this will come out, but it's coming out in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting ready for a tour in the States called the Summer School Tour. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So is this? So we starting the next project now? Is that the plan for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to stay working. You know, like I feel like it's pretty imperative to kind of stay working because if writing is a muscle, you know, you gotta keep up with it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, we'll either be working at home or we'll be on the road. So just trying to stay engaged.
Stay engaged. Yes. Yeah. So with a new single on the way, obviously a new project on the way too. How much is done of this project?
Very little. We have one new song,
Yeah.
but right now we're looking into finding time to write pretty much a whole new record.
Okay.
You know, and that's very exciting. That's my favorite part of the whole process is getting to work on the new music
Yeah.
and seeing where we're at creatively at that exact point in time.
Do you know what direction you're wanting it to go in?
Not totally, but I do know that, you know, I think that the instrumentalists of the band are excited to go into a heavier direction while the vocals maybe will go more pop than they ever have. So it'll be a cool dichotomy with those two.
Yeah, nice. I'd like to talk about the writing side of things as well. So
Sure.
for you guys, how do the tracks normally start off?
Oh, man, I am blessed to be in a band with a bunch of very talented writers. So it could come from any direction, you know, like, and we all have kind of like a personal home studio setup.
Uh-huh.
So basically it can start off with a guitar idea, it can start off with a vocal melody, it could start off with a production thing, and then somebody sends it in our group chat and they go, hey, does this suck? You know, and then somebody else will take it and expand upon that.
Add to it.
And then and then, you know, some songs come quicker than others, but eventually we'll get to a point where we all work on them together, and then that's when we see them kind of become what they're going to become. And but generally it comes from anywhere and everywhere, and we stay working. So there's a lot of ideas floating around.
Nice. So when you write, do you write kind of basically for your own parts, or do you kind of creep into other members' territories when you're writing, or is it take someone else's drum beat and then you're going to add to that with guitar? How's it work? Is it
I mean,
write for yourself sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody's very active and engaged. So generally, like, you know, if I come up with a rhythm part, that's only the rhythm part that I'm working on, and then I'll send it to the band, and then Weston will throw on a lead, and then Colin will write his own bass line, and then Matt does like pretty much all the lyrics and melodies. And I think that's pretty important to him because it's like it has to mean something, and he's writing from his own experiences, you know. So we're pretty respectful, but we're also not afraid to say, hey, man, like, I would like it if you maybe tried something like this, and then it's just very. Everybody has the same mission of just making the song as good as it can be.
Yeah, nice. And when the demos are done, you obviously go into the studio. How do you then get it from that demo to a finished track?
Well, we go in with a producer. In the last record's case, Daniel Bronstein and Zach Touche, two very talented producers and writers in their own right. So we kind of get an extra set of ears on it, you know, because it's easy you've been listening to these demos for months and months, you know, so it's easy to kind of get in your own head about it. So getting an extra set of ears on it is always great. And then, you know, we filter it through, and then we re-record it, and that's usually the finished product.
Does much usually change in the studio, or does it pretty much stay what's already written?
It stays within the same realm for sure. You know, there's been times where we had to write an entire album in the studio. That's very stressful. So we learned from that experience that we kind of wanted to, on our downtime, take these demos that we have and build them as much as we could so they could be as close to a finished product. So usually in the studio, we'll, because we've listened to those demos for such a long time, each one of us is taking personal notes saying, I'll probably change this note here, or it'd be cool if we repeated this chorus here. So, but it all stays generally the same.
Nice. And with more shows coming, looking towards the fall, winter time, are you hoping to be booking more in, or do you think that's going to be more studio time?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely working on a couple of things right now. One of them being a tour of the UK and Europe in the new year. So that's all being worked out. But also, towards the end of the year, I would say we're kind of changing gears from live to let's start writing, you know?
Nice. Yeah, cool. And is there anywhere you've not toured or been to yet and played that you want to get to at some point?
Japan. 100%. I've never been there. None of us ever have, you know, but it just seems like such a cool culture. I love the food. Yeah, the fans seem to go crazy at shows. So, yeah.
A fair few have said Japan today as places they've not been to. I think they need to do a Slam Dunk Japan.
I absolutely back that. I back that 100%.
Well, we'll put in the word, shall we?
Please.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Felipe, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Likewise, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yes,